Hello, and thank you for tuning in today. You are tuned in to The Encourager, and I'm actually looking outside. I'm checking too. Checking the checking the skies and trees. So, interesting experience I had yesterday. So I was going out for my walk. I had my tea, as usual. Going out for a walk. And I leave the house. And I turned a corner. And across the street, on the other side of the street, there are two women, each with a dog. Smaller dogs. One is a dachshund, which is interesting because Barbara, my other mother, who I've mentioned many times on this channel, she passed on March 8th of 2020. That was her favorite breed of dog. And the last two she had passed before she did, and then she had a like a long-haired Chihuahua whose name is Chance, and Chance is still with us, and so although for some that means there's not a chance. I don't know. I feel the need to say that. So I'm turned the corner. These two ladies, they're standing there talking. I think nothing of them, I do notice their dogs because I am highly connected to dogs. I couldn't say how many times I'm walking down the other day before this, like 5 days ago or something. I was walking back from the store. And was I coming from the store? Maybe I was just on a walk. I don't know. And there was maybe like an older black lab, had a collar on, okay? And I got to the intersection. He was coming the other way. And this dog decided to start following me, okay? All the way up to the gate of where I live. He started to call, and I kept telling him no, right? And I would just stand there and point and say, no, go, right? And I would just tell him to go, right? I opened the gate. He tried to come in the gate with no, go, right? No, go, right? But walking across the street and the dogs aren't paying attention to their owners. They're trying to turn around and walk back to me and all. So very, very, very closely associated with dogs. So here we go. So I noticed the dogs. I didn't pay too much attention to the women initially. So then I get about to where they are on the street, still on the other side of the street. And one of the women says, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm almost past them, so I have to turn around to see what she's even talking about. I heard her, even though I had earbuds in. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. My dog is coming over to you, or my dog likes you, or I'm sorry, can you say hi to my dog? Or something like that. Something like that, she says, right? Then she comes over to me to the other side of the street. Whoever she was talking to kept walking. I didn't even turn around to see who it was, right? Because I'm facing the direction of my street, and she's facing the direction that I'm going to be going. Okay, so I turn around, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Nah, nah, nah. She's like, and then she immediately starts talking to me. Immediately, she's like, yeah, so telling me about the dog, and then she's showing me pictures about her dog. I'm telling her how I'm a dog lover. I told her it's okay that I said I'm a dog whisperer is what I said. I said, yeah, I'm well connected to dogs, and so it's nothing out of the ordinary for a dog to bark at everybody else angrily, but then I go up to the fence and the dog just sits calmly. Like, that's not unusual. So 444 on the timer. So she starts talking to me, right, about her dog, and the dog is older. The dog has a couple of I was going to say lesions, but you know, growths. Yes, growths, right? It's an older dog. I think she said, I'm telling the truth. You hear the siren? I think she said, I don't know, 14 something, probably that dog is, right? Male dog. Okay. And I don't remember the dog's name again because I was all in my intuition. So I'm sitting here looking at her as she's talking to me, right? And telling me about her dog and telling me about how long she's been here. And again, originally she has shades on. She takes the shades off at some point. As we are talking, a hawk, and this is Horus, okay? This is my Egyptian brother, uncle. This is Horus, okay? And a hawk. You've heard me see. I even posted a short video on my shorts. It's the only video on my shorts, actually, where there's a hawk. And this hawk has come to this, where I am, 3 different times. I don't know if it's the same hawk, obviously, right? But as we were talking, a hawk came and literally flew low enough, I would say, maybe 10 to 15 feet in the air, right? Comes and swoops in, and then lands on the or stands on the telephone lines that are directly behind us, or next to us. Okay, she's telling me about her dog. I tell her I had a 15-year-old American bulldog who passed, and she was telling me, yeah, we're gonna have to take it. They're gonna have the dog's teeth removed at some point because they're just not good. I remember Brutus's teeth had really and he was a rescue. I would have taken much better care of him than that. But I was glad to give him the life that he needed and feed him all the biscuits and whatever else that he wanted to make his days his best days, as long as I had them, right? And so she shows me a picture. She says, "Oh yeah, I have 3." Right? She shows me a picture. They're black and white. One is black and white. I think maybe both of them are. I don't remember. And she says, "Oh yeah, this one's name is Brutus." I didn't tell her the name of my dog, my American bulldog, yet. And then I said, "Oh yeah, my American bulldog was Brutus." I had already mentioned him, but I didn't tell her his name, right? She says, my name is Alex." And I said, "Alec or Alex?" And she says, "Alex, like the common boy name." And I was like, "Oh, okay. All right." And she says, "Nice to meet you." She picks her dog up, starts walking across the street. She said, "Oh, I don't know." She said, "Oh yeah, I live over here." And yeah, she's, I don't know, just talking about where she lived and whatever else, right? Then as I'm leaving, I said, "Good to talk to you, whatever, good to meet you, whatever, right? Take care, bye." As I'm leaving, she touches my shoulder. Okay? Do you know there are certain gestures that people do that you need to be aware of? And I'm not saying her touching my shoulder was good or bad. I'm just saying that I'm aware of it. So this is what I believe. I believe that individual is a federal agent. Okay? You can't tell me all of those coincidences that happened then. There's no such thing as coincidences. The hawk, the dog, her dog's name is Brutus. She just literally walks over to me out of the blue, leaves her friend. Her friend goes, I don't know who she was talking to. And she stands there with me for 5-7 minutes having a conversation with me. Like, no one does that. So, yeah, that was kind of obvious, feds. So anyway, pay attention to people's gestures, okay? So, here's some things that I've learned over time. When you shake someone's hand, if they put their other hand over yours, in America, we shake with our right hand. Okay? You shake with your right hand, at least customarily. You can shake with your left hand, doesn't matter. But we shake hands with our right hand. Okay? If someone puts their hand on top of yours, as you're shaking their hand, they take their left hand and put their other hand on top of yours and cups your hand, that's a sign of control. That's a sign of dominance. Okay? You're walking with someone, or you're meeting someone. Hey, how you doing? And they put their arm around you, right? Hey, how you doing, John? Right? That, them putting their arm around you is a sign of dominance, especially if you're both the same gender. That's a sign of dominance. Okay? Same thing with someone putting their hands on your shoulders. Someone's talking to you, and they face to face, and they put their hands on your shoulders, and they say, Michael, let me talk to you, right? That's a sign of they're trying to dominate you. 11:11 on the timer, okay? So this individual, it's like a woman who you're talking to a woman. Listen up, man. You're talking to a woman, and she puts her ear, like kind of curls her hair behind her ear. She's flirting with you, or she wants you to flirt with her. Okay? I wouldn't. But that's what that is. Okay? She's flirting. Okay? She's in her little shy girl form when she's doing that. Okay? That's what that means. All right? So, when she rubbed my shoulder, right? Like affectionately, like, okay, sweetie, see you later. Immediately my empathic abilities picked up on that. And I just walked, I didn't even turn around. I just walked away just kind of thinking to myself, yeah. Right? This could also be, right? Could be somebody working for the ops. I don't know. Right? I know I'm not afraid of them, whoever that is. Okay? So whoever that individual is, she's a blonde-haired woman. Whoever that individual is, I don't know. But it doesn't deter me. Okay? So that's the interesting event that I mentioned during the angel number readings today that I promised to share. And I didn't share it yesterday because yesterday was tense. And coming out of that today, but I wanted to share that with you guys. Again, it's just another sign and a wonder of events, happenings, and you all have these occurrences too. Please do pay attention to them. Please do feel free to share them on the channel. Feel free, okay? Because these coincidences are not. They're not mere they're not mere coincidences. These are ordained events and indicators, synchronicities, as we know from our angel numbers, right? These are synchronicities. That was the only person I talked to yesterday. No, that's not true. I had a tax client call me. But out in public, that's the only person I talked to yesterday. Again, I don't talk to very many people on a daily basis. And that was highly unusual. Okay? So thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. My name is Nehru, and this is The Encourager.